Cześć, witam w kolejnym odcinku z gry Higurashi no Naku Koro. Zapraszam. From the June 1980 edition. On the afternoon at 2 p.m., office employee and his wife of Hinamizawa village in Shishibon Prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa Prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife has not yet been found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appeared raining at the observatory that the landed on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to facility deteriorations and if park maintenance was performed properly. From the June 1981 edition, on the afternoon of around 10 p.m. in the district of Hinamizawa village in Shishibon Prefecture, the Shinto priest of the Furude shrine passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival which was to be held that day. And also, after deaths, his wife went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth association continued to search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onigafuchi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. This is Okinoyama Station calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3, loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger. Unit 3 acknowledged. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. What's the order? Over. Acknowledged. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. Okej. Idźmy dalej. Good morning. Czyli nic się nie wydarzyło wczoraj. To dobrze. Nice job yesterday, Kei-chan. You didn't do so badly yourself, Mion. Yesterday was fun. Oh, that's right, Keiichi-kun. Thank you very much for Mr. Beer. Bear. I'm glad you like it. Don't use it as a pin cushion through tough. I wouldn't. Still chatting happily, we entered the classroom, but the moment I stepped into the room, a splashing sound and a nasty sensation. It was a bucket filled to the brim with water, and unfortunately my foot stepped right into it. My now, how diligent of you to mop the floor this morning. Clump, 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 with. Wow, Keiichi-san flicked my forehead. You should set a more brutal trap next time. Seeing that, Rena began to swoon as Mion looked on dejectedly. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was there and nothing felt out of place. The uncertainness I had in back of my mind since yesterday had vanished. What is it, Keiichi-kun? Didn't you get enough sleep? Maybe? I slept like a log, but if you want, I'll do a reenactment during class. You shouldn't do that. Mion altered as that the teacher was coming, so everyone shuffled off to their seats. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was the festival. Thank you to all the people who stayed until the very end to help clean up. We were all slackers, so none of us actually helped clean up. Actually, I had a feeling that the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus. Okay then, this time of year you might see more people here from out of town doing interviews about the festival for magazines. I thought it was the usual stuff, so I was going to tune it out, but then I noticed the different tone in her voice and started paying attention. You may be asked questions. Please don't say anything silly or something that could be taken the wrong way. Do you understand? In unison, everyone replied, "Yeah, ma'am." What she said was really vague, but I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the fifth year. There were probably lots of third-grade reporters peering in, hoping something regarding to the course had happened. It did nothing but prepared the village's bad image. She was saying, don't spout stupid you think is funny. And now, I was one of ones who needed to keep their mouths shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such a tweet thing, if I do say so myself. No, czyli będą pytać o to, czemu się nic nie stało i co ludzie o tym myślą. Że jak to klątwa nie podziałała. No, brzmi rozsądnie. I was summoned to club activities after school. Since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we just spent the day relaxing. Yeah, that wasn't happening. Today, let's play a classic game of deduction. How about this one? Oh, a game from overseas. Looks interesting. The instructions are in English, but the rules don't seem that hard. I won't lose, you hear? I'm not too bad at this game. It seemed that Rena didn't handle this kind of game very well. The rules are: the person who can match the murder weapon and scene of the crime wins. There are 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. I could see that the names Mion and Rika were written on the suspect cards. Oh, a card with my name on is in as well. There are plenty of different weapons too, like knives, axes, poisons. The locations are pretty nice too, like the living room, the study, and the country yard. So basically, you take out one of each of the cards. These are the answer cards. So we shuffle the remaining cards and hand them out. We ask each other about the cards and figure out the right ones. Ah, I see. So the cards nobody has are the true perpetrators. Then you raise your hand if you know the answer. The game ends and you check if the answer is correct. If you're right, then you get a point. If you're wrong, then you lose a point. Since the game ends even if no one gets it right, all the cards are gathered up and redistributed. Okay. You learn as you go. You really have to use your brain. You'll get confused if you don't take notes. The rest you can figure out by learning. So, Mion, what's the penalty this time? We already directed their attention to Mion. Let's see. We're all still a little tired from yesterday, so maybe we'll take it easy with a gopher penalty. You'll be asked to rush out and buy stuff for everyone. So just being asked to go buy stuff like drinks and candy, I guess. I feel like the penalty today is pretty simple. I wonder, is it really? Is Kaleczy-san thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, you don't know what you will have to buy. I'm betting Mion would send out whoever loses to buy stuff like hemorrhoid cream or happy family planning manual or other crazy stuff. The cards were lightly shuffled and passed out to each player. The real preparator, the correct weapon, and the scene of the murder have been taken out, so that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards. Then I'll go first since I'm the club president, I guess. Well then, Mion, knife, study. You picked up one suspect, weapon and murder scene and ask each person. If you have any of these cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Me too. I have one. Oh my, all of them are here. Freakful answered, then she asked if they had Mion, knife, study. So that means that Mion, knife and study are all in the clear. Got to jot that down. Then I'll go. Rena, Axe, Lang. Only two people said they had one. So it means out of Rena, Axe, Lang, one of them is correct and it's part of the crime. No, wait. Even if they say they have one, they don't have to say how many. It's possible that either or Rika-chan has two of the cards. Well, Kei-chan is next. Go ahead. Wait just a little. I'm still sorting things out. The game has me thinking more than I thought. Oh man, this feels like it's going to be tough. Alright, now I have the criminal. What? Already? Here I'm spinning around in circles and Mion just now raise her hand. The murderer is Rika-chan in the infirmary with the poison. Well, Mion drew the cards from the box and we checked to see if her deduction was right. You were right! All I need was one more hand. I couldn't tell whether it was a poison or a pistol. I'd never use a pistol. I like killing them slowly with poison. Oi oi. Rika-chan said such a hugely terrifying thing with such a sweet little face. Oi oi. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Rena and I were left out in the cold. Tough. How did you do, Keiichi-kun? I couldn't get it all. Don't worry, I had no idea either. How can you both be so unsure? You'll both end up in last place together at this rate. That's even worse. Thinking of buying something together as a couple. What if we ended up having to buy the Happy Family planning guide. I can tell from Kaleczy's expression that he's not very good at this game. Wow, that's not true. I'll show you the true power of Sherlock Maebara during the next round. My, that sounds just wonderful. I shall give you quite the thrashing. Yeah. After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind the game, but I was still always a step or two behind. I saw that Mion was somehow gleaning information from how the others were asking their questions. That level of experience was just too much. The only way I could stage a comeback was if I become ruthless. I tossed out the simple concept of deduction and switched over to the full process need to win. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal, it's to win at the game. Eureka! Sorry, need to go to bathroom. Take your time and squeeze a nice one. Mii-chan, that's gross. I had been hold of the game and headed down to the hall. The air was crisp. It showed just how stagnant the air in the classroom was from our body heat. On the school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Rena had made her way over towards me. Keiichi-kun, did you call for me? Yeah, I did. As I got up from my seat, I winked over at Rena. I'm glad it worked out. I don't want to waste much time, so I'll get right to the point. Rena, what's your record at this game we're playing today? Taken aback, after a moment she hesitantly opened her mouth. Well, all loses. Why do you ask? I wonder. I could tell from how apprehensively she was playing. The way things are going, it will as well. I can't figure out a way to pull off a last-minute comeback on this one. So, I guess both of us will be taking that penalty. Hey, don't accept defeat already. How about we win this? Both of us. But how can we? I brought my lips up to Rena's ear. Whisper. Huh? Is that allowed? Did you forget, Rena? The second rule of our society? Do everything in your power to obtain victory. Yeah, I'll try my best. Our plan of attack was quite a rudimentary one. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their own hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. Since our seats were right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, then nobody would know. We'd begin the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean we'd need to investigate less. With this sort of plan of attack, we start off with a big lead over the other guys. Yeah, With this, we can probably win. We both smirked at each other. If I was the shady businessman, then I was the corrupt senator. Pleasure doing business with you. Then let's hurry back. We work as a duo to surprise everyone. Hey, now! There is no point if we go back together. It would be like flat out telling them we made a little arrangement. Oh, sorry. Then what should we do? Go back ahead of me, Rena. I'll take my time coming back after washing my face or something. Oh, okay, got it. Rena turned around and headed back to the classroom. I guess I should wait a bit longer before going back. If I went too soon, it wouldn't seem like I went to the bathroom. If neither of one of them suspected something, then there could be problems. Well, they'd figure it out sooner or later, because both Rena and I would start winning over and over again. Both Rena and I will have earned enough points to avoid being the losers by the time Leon realized that was happening. Strasznie wyjdzie. Excellent. Not bad at all. Maebara-kun, may I have a moment? Huh? Is the teacher? Man, things were just getting good. What is it? I'm a bit... You have a guest. Please make your way to the entrance. A guest? It's not like I own a hotel. They have been waiting. Please hurry. It was rather unfortunate that I'd have someone waiting on me right before the big match, but I was more interested in the unexpected guest. I didn't want to waste any time, so I decided to take care of it quickly. The entryway was a heavy contrast from the hot sunlight and deep shadows. Waiting here, looking uncomfortable, warm, was a middle-aged man. His ties sloppily loosened, and his jacket tucked underneath his arm. Are you Maebara-san? Keiichi Maebara-san? There was no question that he wasn't a resident of Hinamizawa, and that this was without a doubt the first time he had met me. Reporter? A to by go brał z lekcji? Ever since I met Tomitake-san, I'll be running into so many middle-aged men. That's right. Whose might you be? I have the AC on in my car. Let's talk there. AC? It's a bit hot here. Air condition. Okay. Don't you think? Obcy facet go bierze do auta. The man, completely ignoring my question, pointed over his car parked near the gate and began walking. You've got to be kidding me. I had no intention of going along with some geezer I didn't even know, and he was asking me to get in his car with him. Takie dziwne. It's not... I'm not going to bite. Come on now. He opened the back door of his car and called me over. Tu się dzieją różne dziwne rzeczy, ale to jest takie... I didn't like this old man, but I wanted to know what this was about. Źle robisz. Czyżby to był już koniec gry? Wsiądzie i koniec? Even while knowing that conversation that start out like this have never led to anything good. Wsiadł. Brawo on. The inside of his car was pretty cool. Car with air conditioners were supposed to be a luxury. My dad didn't have one in his car, at least. Please let me know if it's too cold. If it's too cold for you, okay? I have a habit of cranking it all the way up. So, what business do you have with me? Out of spite, I decided to ignore his remark in the same way he did to me and start my own line of questioning. He pulled out a notepad from his pocket and took out a picture that was stuck between the pages. Dziennikarz. It was the face of a pretty goofy-looking guy. If you know anything related to the individual, then please tell me. Who the heck is this? I doubt even his close friends would be able to recognize who he was from this expressionless picture that looked like it was taken at the DMV. There were scribbles on his shirt done in permanent marker. Starting with yours, Maebara-san, and quite a few of your classmates. Koszulka Tomitake? Coś się stało? Huh? This is Tomitake-san. There is no hint of his usual unreliable and easygoing personality in this photo. It was an expressionless, half-asleep face. Then, do you know this woman? Even before seeing it, I had a good idea of who it was. I don't remember her name, but she's some lady who was with Tomitake-san last night. I didn't know what her name was, but I did know she was a resident of Hinamizawa. When was the last time you saw Policjant? When was the last time you saw these two? The night of the Wataganashi we spoke. They seemed pretty close, I guess. Did anything bother you about them? Anything is fine. Go ahead and say it. Being asked for every little detail is very troubling, honestly. I had a pretty good idea of who this guy was by now. Did something happen to them? There was no response in my inquiry. Thus, I replied to that silence in kind. I was pretty sure, certain that this guy was a cop. Then why? Why was he asking about Tomitake-san? Czyli, jak co roku, did something happen to him? More importantly, why me? shouldn't there have been plenty of other people who knew more about him and than I did? The roar of the air conditioner felt unbearably loud. After a long pause, he finally spoke again. You've moved here just recently. Isn't that right, Maebara-san? Are you aware, I wonder, about the stories of Oyashiro-sama? My heart began to race. I'm pretty terrible at hiding things. It probably showed on my face. Not at all. If you don't, then that's fine. Well, I have heard of it. Tomitake-san told me, actually. How much do you know about it? The dismemberment, killing, the accidental death, the death by illness, followed by suicide, and the lady who was beaten to death. The incidents that was always happened the day of the Wataganashi, ending in suspicious deaths. I didn't think Tomitake-san would have kept anything from me. I think that was everything. No, rather, I didn't want to think there was anything more than that. Do you know of that? Well, curse Maebara-san. Feel free to speak openly about it. I don't believe in it. My answer was instant. It wasn't so much that I didn't believe in it as it was on the verge of believing. I wanted to clear away my own doubts. That was the more prominent feeling. Really? Then that's great. Guess you really are one of these city-raised boys. So what if I don't believe? I have friends waiting, so could you get to the point? The man in this picture is dead. My mind went blank. Huh? What happened to Tomitake-san? It would seem that he died last night. That was the night of the Wataganashi. Do you understand the implications behind that, Maebara-san? Implications? Not any ad. Not any for the cause of his death, of the reason behind it. The real problem was that he died on the day of the Wataganashi, meaning this year, the curse of Oyashiro-sama's had once again. The death of Juru Tomitake is still confidential. You understand why that is, right? I didn't want to understand why. Please, tell me what happened. It was rather peculiar. It might be a little too graphic for someone born and raised in Hinamizawa. It was a roundabout way of saying it, but it caused me to doubt whether or not I wanted to hear the rest. I would only regret forcing myself to learn of something I shouldn't, or at least that's how I figured I would feel if I listened to the rest. One of our patrol cars discovered the body on the way back from security detail at the festival. It was late, about 5 till midnight. The location was You know where the road into town becomes paved, right? Down past the slope, on the shoulder around there. There were few street lights on the road. In pitch black darkness was only broken by the lights of passing cars and the moon. It was a stroke of luck that Tomitake-san was spotted collapsed on the shoulder of the road. Tomitake-san was face down, covered in blood. Blood and muck covered the asphalt. We thought it was hit and run at first, but when the officer checked to see if he was still alive, he quickly noticed something abnormal. His throat had been ripped open from a knife or something. No. Nails. Nails? As in fingernails? With this he claved through. From the coroner's report it was revealed that it was with his own nails. What does it mean? Basically it means it wasn't a murder, it was suicide. Sobie rozdrapał gardło. Tomitake-san thought there was a reason to tear open his own throat as hard as he could with his own nails. Tore through the skin until he started to bleed. And even then, Tomitake-san didn't stop. He continued clawing with enough intensity that it could have peeled off his nails. He's clawing, still clawing. Then, as his nails reached these vital arteries that you should never damage, he continued clawing. Blood splattered on the ground around him, and he bled while gasping for breath. He collapsed, his blood spasmed, and he died in agony. We thought drugs were to blame, but nothing of that nature was detected. But it was a suicide? I've never heard of such a thing. It's a natural way of dying. If this wasn't a mysterious death, then what was that? What was? The way he died. In these 5 years, his death most resembled that of a curse, as if to show both myself and Tomitake-san, who proclaimed there was no such thing as a curse, that we were wrong. There were a few more suspicious details. His body chemistry, perspiration, epilepsy, and so on. We concluded that he was in a state of hysteria right before his death. That was a given. It's hard to believe someone could be in sound state of mind while clawing out her throat. One of his hands matched a discarded piece of lumber found nearby. There are traces of where he struck trees and the guardrails within. Tomitake-san's blood was found all over the place, meaning that while tearing his own throat, he was swinging around a piece of lumber. There were external injuries which were not self-inflicted discovered on Tomitake-san. There is a high probability Tomitake-san was assaulted. The external injuries suggest there may be multiple suspects. To summarize, Tomitake-san was surrounded and attacked while wandering the night roads in a state of panic. After being cornered, he picked up a piece of lumber and tried to fight back. Somewhere in there, he began madly tugging at his own throat, crawling at it. Then he died. The presumed time 23 p.m. meaning it occurred right after you finished talking to Tomitake-san at festival. Everyone signed Tomitake-san's shirt, then parted ways. Right after that. Oh yeah, he should have been with a woman. What about her? She's missing. She hasn't shown up to work and she hadn't returned home either. There is a very high probability that she was involved in this incident. For a while, I could only gaze off into space. I never would have thought that something unfortunately happening to somebody close to me could affect me this deeply. This time I had spent with Tomitake-san was short, but we went to the same festival, spent time together, and took part in the same competition. He was one of us. We have been continuing the investigation on various fronts, but when it comes to Oyashiro-sama curse, the villagers here aren't very cooperative. That I knew well. I would have been none of the wiser if not for Tomitake-san, the outsider, telling me. So that's why you came to me, because I'm not originally from Hinamizawa. I should have been angry that was the reason he wanted to tear what happened from me. If things go the way they had been, then the conclusion would be that Juru Tomitake died from Oyashiro-sama curse. He turned away from me and gazed far off into the distance. And then the night of Wataganashi, during that sacred ritual, he carelessly snapped off photos injuring Oyashiro-sama. That's how it's going to turn out. There is no way Oyashiro-sama would inflict divine punishment on Tomitake-san. Tomitake-san had to have been killed by humans, not a cowardly group, no less. There is no way I'm going to let this end up being the fault of some curse. I think so as well. There is no such thing as divine punishment or curses. The tense mood was cut with the man's hearty laugh. That's how this must be, Maebara-san. Cooperation from individuals in Hinamizawa who don't believe in the curse is indispensable. Understand? Neither Tomitake-san nor I believe in curses, but with the way things are going, it would just end up with Tomitake-san's death, marking the 5th year, which would mean that Higurashi had rejected Tomitake-san. That was something I couldn't allow. Tomitake-san was one of us. He didn't live in Higurashi, but he came every single year. In a sense, he was more a resident than I was. There was no way that Tomitake-san could have been cursed by Oyashiro-sama, but there's nothing I can do to help. I have no idea what happened that night either. No, if you see or hear something that draws your attention, then that is enough. If I see or hear, he's talking in the future tense. Things or people or rumors, anything is fine. I don't care if they're unfounded. Here, this is my number. If I'm not there, then just leave a message with whoever picks up. He handed me a piece of paper with his number of it, but I hesitated for a second. If I took it, then whatever I wanted or not, I'd be mired knee-deep in this matter. Please, help me solve these questions surrounding Tomitake-san's unfortunate death. That's right. Why was I hesitating? I needed to find the murderer who killed my friend. I snatched up the piece of paper as a satisfied grin spread across his face. Everything we spoke of today is a secret. Please keep it confidential. Understood. From your friends as well, especially Sonozaki and Forde-san. Please do not inform them. Forde-san jest Rika, czyli ona jest tej, bo tam było też coś o Forde Shrine, czyli ona jest do tego opera wirtual. Dobra, ma to sens. Sonozaki, you mean Mion? Why? Are you saying they have something to do with the incident? With my friends' names brought up so abruptly and being told to keep it a secret from them, I became rather angry. This is what they call investigate privilege, I suppose. Don't play games with me. Mion is a close friend of mine. I snapped at him, but he didn't seem to especially be offended. I wouldn't mind telling you, but it may just upset you. Say it. He hesitated a little. Turning his gaze to the outside of the car, he began to speak after thinking for a bit. There is a possibility that the string of incidents happening here in Higurashi as a result of a village are a result of a village conspiracy. There is no way that could be right. Give me a break. First of all, is there any proof of that? No evidence. Also, if each of the cases were resolved and none of preparations had any direct connection to the village, then how did you come to that conclusion? Every year, the enemies of the village die on the day of the Watanashi. Don't you think that's enough reason to suspect something? only the residents of Hinamizawa felt that the way of the Watanashi was sacred. So, basically, because incident happened on that day, it was somehow related of Hinamizawa. First, it was the dam construction foreman. Then, it was a villager that supported it. This, the village held a grudge against Dai, and after the other from mysterious causes. The means of different, but in the end, the result is the same. Unfounded, unreasonable suspicion. But it could be just that it couldn't just be shrugged off. So, the victims after that. What about the Shinto priest and his wife that they weren't enemies of the village? The villagers had expected leadership from the Shinto priest at the time of the dam dispute, but he wasn't proactive, so there was a faction of villagers who harbored ill will towards him as a result. Ill will? It's not like he did anything bad to the village. What about the housewife after that? Did she die just because she was the wife of the brother of the supported? That's such a trivial reason to kill someone? And what about Tomitake-san? He's not affiliated with the dam project at all. He was killed just because he was an outsider. In the beginning, it fell on this related to the dam project, but as the years went off, the enemy threshold of the victims had become much lower. Well, that's the scary part. The bar keeps getting lower. What's scary about that? It means it's not just enemies of the village anymore. Just being an outsider is reason enough. Then next year's victim, they're just going to be picked out of the village outsider pool. It might be a person that just moved here. What do you mean by I swallowed my words? Here in Hinamizawa, the ones who would be considered the most outside would be my family. I was proof enough of that, wasn't I? I still couldn't really remember the names of the people I passed by. Then the next victims, my family. Was he saying it was going to be me? But what does that have to do with Mion? I can't go into details, but the Sonzaki family lead the dam protests quite fervently. So this is also true of Mion's Sonzaki herself. She was quite a few misdemeanor and obstruction of public worker offences on her record because of the protests. I knew Mion knew what it meant to fight. This was the first I heard of her family leading the protests through. Then, well, what did it all mean? Are you saying that Mion's family is involved with the string of incidents, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just saying that if it was a conspiracy, then they'd have the highest probability of being behind it. Not a very clear explanation. If it felt like it magnificently avoided the details I really wanted to know. We don't know who or how involved anyone right now. That is exactly why I don't want you to say anything to the villagers. Instead of answering, I gave a very bitter expression. It seemed that he understood it well enough. Then think of it like this. I don't want to worry the villagers who blindly believe it's the curse. How about that? What do you mean, how about that? How should I know? But the reasoning behind wanting me to not carelessly open my mouth about it wasn't too hard to comprehend. The perpetrator was here. It had nothing to do with a curse. He was definitely going to be caught by the police and made to pay for his crimes. To be catched out this, he was definitely going to be catched, and none of the villagers should have anything to do with that process. It may cause this sensitive about the curse to just worry needlessly, just like everyone kept it from me, so I wouldn't worry about it. It is now my turn to keep it from them, so they didn't have to worry. I was just talking to myself. Unlike me, everyone else had been worrying over these mysterious incidents yearly, and the incident this time probably means a lot more to them. I didn't want to burden them anymore. In the end, everything went as the man wanted, as it was, but it couldn't help. I understand. I'll keep it to myself. Is that fine, Mr. Oishi? From the Okinomiya police station. Can call me Kura-chan if you want. Heck no, Oishi-san is fine. The way he said it was unpleasant, yet retained hints of politeness. He was the spitting image of a vulgar police officer. I've never seen one this bulky before in the cop shows I watch. I've taken up too much time. Your friends are waiting, aren't they? I should probably let you get back to them. The door opened with a click and it streamed the oppressive heat. It was blistering outside of the car. Was it really this hot of a day? It was almost a cruel heat, as opposed to the mechanical coolness inside the car. It was as if the land of Hinamizawa itself suddenly hated me. I felt a little sad as the thought crossed my mind. I didn't mean to suspect your friends. Please don't misunderstand that. I refrained from telling him that it was too late to say something that self-serving. It's fine if you don't see or hear anything, Maebara-san. There is enough proof that the village is not involved. I contact you if I hear or see anything. But I'm not a detective. Please don't expect too much from me. I won't. You don't have to become a detective. Just go on living as you have up until now. Just let me know if you notice anything. I hastily made my way back to the school building after giving him a quick bow. See you later. Farewell, Maebara-kun. I returned to the school building without looking back. I don't know how much time had passed. I did feel bad for keeping them waiting, but right now there was a lot on my mind. Tomitake-san's death was hard enough as it was, but to think that there was a possibility of a village conspiracy, worse still, there was also a chance that Mion was involved? Nonsense. Impossible. Not Mion, Rena, Sadako, or Rika-chan. It was a group that attacked Tomitake-san. Who could the perpetrators be? Could it be they were hiding here somewhere in Hinamizawa? I didn't know. All I could say for certain was that I knew that Mion couldn't be that perpetrator. It's Mi-chan, the perpetrator. Huh? I was started to hear Rena's voice. With the rope in the long. Nope. No. Rena clutched her hand while flailing about. Looks like you're just self-destruction over here. Wow. Aha. Kaleczy-san, you're quite late. As you might well know, I'm sitting with anger. Sorry about that. I was called into the staff room. You see, you were reprimanded for bad behavior? That's a shame. Well, it's been pretty heated over here. Since it's getting pretty late, let's make the next game the last one. If I remember right, I had 0 points. Isn't it pretty much decided that I'm going to be finished in last place? Don't worry, Keiichi-kun. I'm at -1 points. Wow. The heck? Her score is lower than mine and I wasn't even playing. That's the final match to decide if the penalty is going to be carried by Rena alone or by both Kei-chan and Rena. Yeah, right. Just by herself. We made a promise, Keiichi-kun, that we would both win. I waited all this time, you know. I'm sorry about that. I followed my initial plan of showing Rena my cards, but I didn't say who was the criminal and just waited for her to call. I got it. The murder is me with the poison at the entrance. Is it? Is it? My, Rena. Quite a quick answer. Another stab in the dark, no? Rena's correct. Then it's decided that Kaleczy-san shall take part in the penalty as well. Hooray! Kaleczy-kun, let's both do our best. Yeah, let's do our best. Yeah, let's do our best. It's my fault, so I have no choice. Then that's game. It's me, Mion Sonozaki, ranked first. In that last are Keiichi Maebara and Rena Ryugu. Every applaud and the game ended. The problem now was the penalty. Nowadays I ranked first, so I decide what you're buying for the gopher penalty. What will she make us buy? I wonder. Let's blacklist the drugstore. That was your aim, wasn't it? Huh? I don't have any business at drugstore. This old man's already got a list prepared for you on this piece of paper. What? There's a lot written here. A lot? Damn. What is she making us buy? 2 blocks of tofu, shampoo and conditioner, apple vinegar and fried tofu. The heck is this? It looks more like a shopping list than a penalty. He was certain she was going to win today. Rule 7 of our society. You cannot refuse any penalty. Here is some money. The shampoo I usually get is fruit flavor. Thanks. This is just your grocery list. I promised myself that I won't. That if I won next time, I'd make her buy hemorrhoid cream. Okej. Dzisiaj dowiedzieliśmy się o śmierci Tomitake-san, co nie jest jakoś bardzo wesołą informacją. I czyżby klątwa rzeczywiście istniała? Zobaczymy. Dzięki. Cześć.